All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the sincere Akim out there, pushing, preaching, and teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom, Barakathum. And this is the video I watched earlier. Now, it made mention, a rare mention of biblical prophecy on a news broadcast. All right. And this is all there. Esau's trying to pull out all the stops to justify wickedness. And I love it because it's going to get much, much worse. All right. This is almost like seeing Floyd Mayweather kind of get knocked down and get on a back foot. You know, you've never really seen him get pressured like that, you know, because he's been so proficient at dodging and missing punches that is just a rare thing to see. But this is where these devils are now. All right. So they're going to bring out biblical prophecy and, you know, tug on the heartstrings and show you graphic images of various things to get you to be emotionally invested. All right. Because their reign is basically over. And we're seeing that right now. But we'll play some of this news broadcast and get whatever precepts come to mind. This won't be too long, but Lord willing, it's edifying.
All right, we're going to move to Israel and Palestine. There's some major breaking news yesterday from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announcing a date has been set for the invasion of Gaza and also coding it basically as a holy war. I don't think there's any other way to describe some of his rhetoric. Here's what he had to say.
Our war against Hamas is a test for all of humanity. It is a struggle between the axis of evil of Iran, Hezbollah, and Hamas and the axis of freedom and progress. We are the people of the light. They are the people of darkness, and light shall triumph over darkness. My role is
Isn't that some, that's hilarious for brothers that are in the truth that know, we know how ridiculous that statement is about we are the light. Now he's halfway trying to quote the scriptures. Okay. But let's see what the scriptures said about the people there. All right. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Zechariah 9. I'll start at verse 1. The burden of the Lord the burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh in the land of Hadrach and Damascus shall be the rest thereof. Now, Damascus is toward the area of Syria, which we called in the ancient world the region of Samaria or Assyria. And it says, when the eyes of men, as of all the tribes of Israel, and that's to the north side where Hezbollah is today, by the way. And when the eyes of men, as of all the tribes of Israel, shall be toward the Lord Yahweh. All right. And it says, and Hamath also shall border thereby, Tyrus and Sidon, though it be very wise. In Tyrus they build herself a stronghold and heaped up silver as the dust and fine gold as the mire of the streets. All right. And it says, behold, the Lord will cast her out and he will smite her power in the sea and she shall be devoured with fire. All right. Because basically after a period of time, we got scattered. Remember that. All right. And I'm going to get that in Isaiah 27 because I think that's the prophecy that they're alluding to. But we got scattered and put out of there, man. And so what happens over a period of time, heathen come in there, start spoiling everything, taking silver and gold. And then over a period of time, they rename themselves and start calling themselves by different various names, man. Saying they have a claim to the Holy Land. Because right now, these small hats, they don't even have the city of Jerusalem as part of their territory, man. The Palestinians do. You see? And it says, behold, move on to verse 5. Ashkelon shall see it and fear. Gaza also shall see it and be very sorrowful. And Ekron, for her expectation, shall be ashamed, because those people over there, they were fucking with us too when we were over there. All right. Ishmael trying to claim birthrights. All right. Ham over there, you know, trying to encroach on the border. All right. For her expectation shall be ashamed, and the king shall perish from Gaza, and Ashkelon shall not be inhabited, and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, man. All right. And I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. Okay. So when you look at that city, think of Ashdod. Let me see where it takes me. Should take me to the right spot. It's right down, so it's in between the Gaza Strip here and Tel Aviv, man. And we know what's going on up here. Another name for this city is Pink City. All right. You see? So what's getting ready to happen here? All right. Because who's living there now? It's not the true Israelites. When you read prophecy, not a single one of them fits them, man. Okay. Let me go back. I think that was all I really wanted to make the point on that.
To lead all Israelis, the state of Israel and the people of Israel to an overpowering victory. It is now a time to come together for one purpose, to storm ahead to achieve victory. In joint forces and a profound belief in our justness, a profound belief in the eternity of the Jewish people, we shall realize the prophecy of Isaiah. There will no longer be stealing at your borders, and your gates will be of glory. Together we will fight. Together we will win.
So does he fulfill that prophecy, man? Does he fulfill that prophecy? It's not going to say that. It may not. I believe they're talking about Isaiah 63, maybe. Forgive me. I'll have to. No, it's maybe 65. Yeah, Isaiah 65, because this is basically, all right, the new covenant. And it describes to you what will be going down during the new covenant, showing you these new covenant guys don't know what the fuck they talking about, man. It says, behold, yeah, this whole thing is good on the point, but the start at verse 17 just to get the context here. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind. All right. Now we often think about the days of old, man. You know, because the days that we're in now are bullshit. But 18 it says, but be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. Are these people in a joyous spirit right now? And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her. All right. The voice of the crying. So this guy is getting up here trying to fulfill this prophecy. When the prophecy is not something that you fulfill, it's something that just happens. Okay. Everything is of the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. There is no self-fulfilling prophecy. And if a man is trying to self-fulfill a prophecy, he's a false prophet. All right. We do what we do and move how we move in hope, man, because we know that the elect would have these characteristics, and we hope that we're of that number. You see, that's how it works. All right, verse 20: thou shalt be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days, for the child shall die 100 years old. But the sinner, being 100 years old, shall be accursed. All right. And it says, and they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. All right? This has not occurred yet, man. And because these are not the people, all right? And it says, and they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth trouble. For they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord Yahweh, and their offspring with them. And so look at how terrified these people are right now, man. This guy's about to get impeached. They ready to get him out of office. All right. And he's up there talking about Isaiah.
Your gates will be of glory. Together we will fight. Together we will win.
That translation there from I-24 Israeli News, coming from them, just to be clear about how exactly what it was meant to be messaged and how it's interpreted and then distributed to the Israeli public. At the same time, Crystal, there has been some news overnight that we were just discussing. Israeli troops and tanks actually launched an hours-long ground raid into northern Gaza. This is overnight on Thursday. The military said striking several military targets in order to, quote, prepare the battlefield before the widely expected ground invasion after 2 weeks now of devastating airstrikes. So the pre-invasion setting of the ground, the use of the tanks going into northern Gaza following the announcement of a date being set, it appears to be imminent, although we will talk in a little bit about how imminent it is, what exactly all of that looks like. But it does seem as if the next phase of this military campaign is, going to begin at least sometime soon. And then the preview also of framing it to the Israeli public as a holy war, both in order to garner both domestic support, but I also think, targeted at some audiences here in the United States, very clear in the rhetoric that he's trying to use.
Yeah, including the new Speaker of the House, which we'll get into. Specifically with that reference to we will fulfill the prophecy of Isaiah. I'm not a big biblical scholar person, wasn't raised in any.
Now, you see, the Bible is all of a sudden coming into the mainstream now. You see? Since when has the world and geopolitics have to rely on the Bible? See, they all rely on their own insight, their own knowledge, their own understanding of how things should be in the world. All right, but now things are getting ramped up. The tension is ramping up with very notable characters at the poker table, I should say, i.e. Russia, i.e. Iran. All right, China. All right. And NATO is the big one, which is backed by America. All right. Now the Bible is coming into it. You see? Because this devil is getting desperate, man. I'm telling you. This devil is getting desperate. And you already know what he's getting ready to do. Let's see. '24 maybe. Nope, maybe 22. Yep. Ecclesiasticus chapter 22, verse 24. As vapor and smoke of a furnace goeth before the fire, so reviling before blood. All right. So what that basically means is the way that smoke follows fire, that's how shit talking is going to follow violence, man. You see? Now, when Esau starts demonizing us in the media, when he starts putting us in certain categories, which I'll get that in Revelation. All right. When he starts putting us in categories, and some of the phrases that I'm thinking about that he wants to call us, that's when he's getting ready to make his move, man. Because he's got to try to justify everything that he does in wickedness. You see? Masons are like that too. They have to show you their left hand and their right hand. You know what I'm saying? They have to show it to you, what they're doing. As part of their religious practice. All right. This is Revelation 12 and 12. Salakia, is that the where I want to start? Yeah, Salakia. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and in the kingdom of our power and the power of Hamashiach, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down. This guy is being cast down right now before our eyes. So what do you think he's getting ready to do, man? Huh? You think he's about to hold a powwow and sing Kumbaya and get all of the world to come together? No, man. He's getting ready for blood. They already got over 2,000 kids basically in the spirit world, man. And now he's setting a date. That's before they really even got started, man. What do you think he's getting ready to do? This guy doesn't know peace, man. He does not know peace at all whatsoever. All right. The scriptures say he wore violence as a garment. All right. He doesn't know peace. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused him before our power day and night. All right. Now that what I just said made me think of another precept, Revelation 6. Verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So he's been given that power. How else is all of the world under sanctions? Everybody's scared. You know? All of these supply chains are controlled. Meanwhile, you need a permit to grow some watermelons in the backyard, man. You need a permit to have chickens. But all of the largest, most lucrative supply chains in the world, it's all controlled. It's funneled through this guy, man. All right? Through the witchcraft of the US dollar and the wickedness of his military. All right? Which is that sword, which we know that ultimate sword. All right? When it says that great sword, is really talking about the thermonuclear weapons, man, that he has. All right? It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. All right. Let's see what else they're talking about
Any
here.
particular religion. So I reached out to some of my Jewish friends to say, when you hear this kind of language, what does it mean to you? And this is caught up in the whole like end times prophecy. But it also, without coming out and directly saying it, is an indication of the entire
the end time prophecy. The end time, they have no idea, man. See, that's why they won't ever let us Hebrew Israelites get on one of these newscasters. You know, they'll never let like nobody from Great Millstone is really into talking to these people like that. But they would never let a Sakari guy on there or any one of those guys that are excited to debate, a Tazariak or something. They're gonna never let one of them on there. All right. And the day that they do, just get ready. All right. To lose all of these comforts that you have. All right. Get ready to have real faith and step out on it. All right. Peter, the apostle Peter, earlier on in his apostleship, thought he had faith, but then he was asked to step out on the water. And what happened, man? He saw the water and the waves moving, and then he realized that it requires a greater degree of faith than what you realize, man. And Yahushua had to be there, man. And Yahushua is our comforter, man. That's why we do what we got to do, man. Like this is about to get bad, man, but it's exciting at the same time,
land from the river to the sea, as they said, should be our land. That is the entire land from the river to the sea, as they said, this kind of language. What does it mean to you? And this is caught up in the whole like end times prophecy. But it also, without coming out and directly saying it, is an indication of The entire land from the river to the sea, as they said, should be our land. That is the undertones of what we're talking about when he says the prophecy of Isaiah. So that is...
Now, the prophecy of Isaiah, all right, that they're talking about is really a reference to an earlier prophecy made to our forefather Abraham in Genesis, the 15th chapter. All right. And I'll get both of them real quick. Now, when they're speaking about the borders of the land of Israel, the Holy Land, all right, really, we're going to rule the whole earth. But the land that we were supposed to be ruling, if we didn't go off every damn generation, well, would be from the basically the Nile to the Euphrates. I'll read this real quick. Isaiah 27:12, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall beat off from the channel of the river unto the stream of Egypt. Okay, now what's the stream of Egypt? Okay, that should be fairly obvious. It would be the Nile River. All right, and it says, and ye shall be gathered one by one, O ye children of Israel. All right. So when did they get gathered, man? Or did they all trickle in after some cracker signed a Balfour Declaration, man? All right. Verse 13, and it shall come to pass in that day that the great trumpet shall be blown, and they shall come which were ready to perish in the land of Assyria. All right. And the outcasts in the land of Egypt, and shall worship the Lord Yahweh in the holy mount at Jerusalem. So neither of those people are doing that right now, man. The people in the land of Assyria are not about to come down there and worship. That's Hezbollah out there, man. America is occupied a third of Syria, and it happens to be the third where all of their oils are, all their oil is. All right, and they're pissed. All right, and they know Israel's in cahoots with America. So no, Assyria is not ready to come down and worship. The land of Egypt is not ready to come down and worship. They're cutting you off. All right. They're getting ready to join BRICS and be like, fuck y'all. You see? But the main precept where this was first mentioned, all right. Actually, let me get this in the NLT to see if it gives a little bit better clarity. Okay, so here it says the Euphrates, all right, in the NLT, and it says, yet the time will come when the Lord Yahweh will gather together like hand-picked grain. One by one will he gather them from the Euphrates River in the east to the brook of Egypt in the west. All right. And I don't know if that word is the actual Hebrew word. Yeah, it's just a word for river. So their translation assumes Euphrates, which it is. All right, because when you go to Genesis 15, okay, Genesis 15 and 17, and it came to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. In the same day, the Lord Yahweh made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land from the river of Egypt, all right, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. All right. So that's when that prophecy was first given. All right. And it's reiterated in Isaiah, but these people have not fulfilled a single prophecy leading up to it, man. You see, they're trying to force it. That's how we know the Lord is about to do something crazy over there.
Obviously, very scary. The framing of this is so, I mean, it's not just reminiscent of. This is literally the same language coined by David Frum and the neocons to talk about our own battle post 9/11 and the quote unquote axis of evil. Netanyahu takes it one step further by reiterating, he said this before and they had to take down the tweet because there was such a backlash, but now he's doubling down on it. We are the people of the light and they are the people of darkness. Think of how disturbing that is. Think of what sort of atrocities are justified. If you truly believe you are on the...
And you know what? In the kingdom, we're going to commit all kind of atrocities on these heathen, man. And you know why? Because they have committed atrocity upon atrocity and layered it upon layer of atrocity for centuries, man. Did not let up. All right. So That's called payback, man. That's called recompense. I wonder how many times that word is in the scripture. 25 times, man. You see? See, the Lord is about payback, man. All right? That the Lord has an entire day called the day of vengeance, man. Like, you people think that this shit is sweet, man. It's not.
On the side of God, and they are on the side of evil. If you truly believe you are fighting a holy war against an evil people of darkness, you don't even have to guess what sort of atrocities that justifies, because you can see them unfolding before your eyes right now. And, you know, we're about to play some of Biden's comments. This is the administration and the government, the most extreme, the most right-wing in history. Netanyahu's not even the most extreme of this.
But see, they didn't think about all of this when they were backing these people, man. Sending them $4 billion in foreign aid every year. And their security over there, they still whiffed it, man. You see? I'm gonna end it here, man. This is a very good video. Let me see.
Coalition. These are the people that we are giving carte blanche to, that we are saying we want to send you more weapons, that we are saying you can do whatever you want with no holds barred. And actually, they just passed, you know, first order of business in the House. They just passed a resolution effectively backstopping, greenlighting whatever Israel wants to do in Gaza. And by the way, adding some belligerent rhetoric about Iran, too. So let's be clear about the type of language.
And when Iran gets into the mix, I mean, really, really into the mix, it's game over. This shit about to turn up. This is going to turn up. We can't wait, man.
And that is being used here, and how seriously to take that in terms of their intentions and where this could go.
I also think it was not a mistake to put it in Hebrew in the speech, but then to delete the tweet that they put out in English, like the actual literal translation. Part of why we always tell you— the people of the light
and people of darkness.
We always tell you, you know, you got to pay attention very closely. What's being messaged to us and what is being messaged to them.
That's right.
What's happening in different languages. Hamas does it.
Because that's the devil, man. He's a double talking devil, man. Anyway, I'll end it there, man. Lord, this was edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachakodash, Wa, Abba, Baba, Shalom.